I hope things are going great for you, and I hope there's lots of money flowing into your bank account and you're having lots of fun making it, spending a lot of time with your family. I'm going to share some of my earlier journeys as an entrepreneur, some of the stuff that I've done and some of the levels of commitment that I've had in my entrepreneurial journey. In everyone's entrepreneurial journey, there is always a lot of shit that's happened. There is not one highly successful person who's made a million or multi-millions that I'd say that's really made it first time around. There's a lot of trials and errors. There's a lot of mistakes that we make, a lot of ups that we have, which is what makes us. Most of the billionaires in the world, they've been bankrupt. I can't remember that guy's name. He's a shampoo dude. I can't remember what his name was. I remember he shared a story about how Paul Mitchell, there we go, Paul Mitchell. And at one point he was actually bankrupt, sleeping in his car.
So I lived in my car, sold products out of the back of my car.
Imagine what that's like. Imagine what sort of hope he had to carrying on. Now I know a lot of people that might have a little bit of debt and they're so caught up with the debt and they can't move forward. But most of the billionaires are probably self-made. In fact, I'm going to research that. How many billionaires are self-made? I'm not a very techie person. I remember all sorts of people selling stuff on eBay. The bike, don't want any more, chuck it on eBay. The old TV goes on eBay. The old phone goes on eBay. Whereas me, every new phone I got, the old one just got put in my top drawer. And there I had a collection of so many phones. I've got this, I want to get rid of it. Oh, why don't you put it on eBay? I didn't have to put it on eBay. I ain't smart. I thought to myself, you know what, I'd love to do eBay. I was seeing lots of like old gits. I'm like, fucking these people are like 75, 80 years old. And they're in eBay and here's me. I'm like 22, 23, 24 and I can't even list something on eBay. And it's kind of embarrassing. So there's a news article that came on. eBay guy shows people how to do stuff on eBay. And I thought, right, I need someone to coach me on eBay. I think it's about 300 quid, 400 pound I paid for him. I got hold of this guy, I found his name on the news channel and then I Googled him, found his Facebook, whatever. And I said, listen, I want to get on your next eBay course. He goes, well, I'm not running one for another 2 months. I'm like, I can't wait 2 months. I've got stuff to sell. I need some money to make. I need some paper. And he goes, well, 2 months, 8 weeks away. I'm like, I ain't waiting that. I said, listen, dude, do you do any like one-to-one training? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. We'll come out to you for 4 hours. I'll train you on eBay, the A to Z. Okay, cool. So I remember sending him some money across. I think it's by PayPal or whatever it was. I gave him a deposit and I said, I'll pay you the rest on cash. I don't want to pay some random dude off the internet, right? That I never met before just because he's on the news. So I made a deal. He came to my house, I remember, came upstairs, pulled out his laptop. I pulled out mine. So he started to teach me about eBay. And I had my notebook and he was going on about all sorts of listings, fees and descriptions, image quality, how to do all this sort of stuff. I'm like, dude, just show me. I don't want to know all this stuff. I was making notes and I knew that I wasn't going to do it. When he's sitting there telling me what to do, I'm like, this is some complicated shit. Anyway, the 4 hours wrapped up. He went away and guess how much money I began making every single week, every single month, every single year. You got it. Didn't make anything, didn't even list anything. I was so overwhelmed because I'm not a techie person, so I got so overwhelmed with stuff. I'm like, I can't do this. So that's a negative belief that I carried on with me because I wasn't very good with technology. I wasn't very good with computers. Now I have to get into like the eBay back office and do this, that and the other. You might be thinking, wow, does this guy think of shit? What? Seriously, I cannot even now put anything on eBay by myself. I need some help. That wasn't the only time. There was a time when I wanted to set up my performance car hire business. So I had a nice 911 convertible, really stunning car. I thought, you know what, let's start renting this thing out. Formed a company, Dream Machines, it's called Dream Machines. Okay, got a car. How the do I get this car out? Again, what did I do? I start Googling like courses on car hire companies, how to run a car hire company. You start Googling a load of stuff. This guy comes up, I think he was in Coventry, which is about, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes from where I was at the time. Again, same thing. We have a course, it's a group course, it's not starting for another 3 months. We just wrapped up one last week. I'm like, missed out. And I remember, same thing again. Well, do you do any one-to-ones, Mr. Car Coach? Yes, I can do one-to-one. It's going to be X amount of pounds. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. And I can't remember, it's about $700 for one day. I'm like, I'm in. Sign me up. When can we do it? Look, we'll do it next week. How about on Thursday? Today's Monday. Thursday's the only day I got. I wanted to get results faster. I didn't want to delay things, right? So this is what you're going to start learning about me. If I want to find out something to do, I will find a mentor. Even back then, small investments I was making. So I pulled time back. I compressed the time between like from where I was now until the result I wanted. So I used myself, my initiative to like bring him to like bring his calendar forward. Just let me move a couple of things around. I said, look, this is the only day I can do it. I'll pay you one-to-one. I'll pay you cash. I'll give you the money when I come and see you. Obviously, he wants some money, right? He wants to get a good day rate. He goes, right, this is what we're going to cover. Anyway, agreed, drove down there. He showed me around his car collection. He had classic cars and I just sat there on his like, he had a little like boardroom in his house and I was making all these notes. He had his sales presentation on, different slides and stuff, different modules, and lunchtime comes. The guy had this little sandwich platter made for me to make me feel special. I'm like, this is kind of cool, man. I've got all these different types of sandwiches. So point of the matter is, whenever I wanted to do something, I always found someone who was an expert expert in the area that I wanted. And I paid. Not only paid, I wanted the result now. I didn't want to wait 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I'm thinking, how much money is it going to cost me to wait that extra 8 weeks? Although in that eBay situation, I didn't really make any money, right? But the point of the matter is, I had that kind of a mindset that I need to get with someone now. A lot of people, when they look to hire a coach, they want to get a certain result, they kind of hang it out. I could have gone to YouTube and overwhelmed myself with videos, but I didn't. I wanted someone that could guide me, someone that can ask questions. He even said, you can ring me anytime you want any questions, we'll walk you through. I didn't even list anything, so what am I going to call him for, right? So I started my car hire company up because I made that decision that I want to do it, found an expert. I could have tried to figure it out on my own, but I didn't want to make the mistakes. I know it's a costly thing, right? Sometimes we think that we're saving money by trying to figure out things ourselves, by going on to like all of these platforms and going to Reddit and all them things and reading up about things, but that's not the way to do it. So going forward, I did this many times. I'd always find a mentor. I'd always get the money, pay for knowledge, expertise, right? So anytime you want to do something, you should always find someone who's great in that area. Like my daughter now, she started playing football. A friend of mine, he introduced me to this professional football coach for kids. And after like every Friday, got like 45 minutes, 50-minute journey. But I want my daughter to progress. So what do? You hire a mentor, you hire a coach, someone who's at that level who can guide you with the steps. Because the alternative is like time. Time is a big factor in things, right? Think about the time it takes you to learn a skill or learn an art from books and all other resources where you can actually get someone, pay them some money for their time, for their expertise, for their knowledge, for their experience. Like 20 years worth of experience, you're paying that person, it could be like $500 for a day, whatever. But here's the thing, they are giving you like 20 years worth of experience in a very short space of time. So you can dissect, get information that you need right now for the part of your journey. Here's the thing, sometimes we think we need so much more than we actually do. We're in a different phase in our business, in our life. We just need the simple steps, a couple of steps here, that's going to get us in alignment with that next step and the next step. And that's how you grow. It's not just about getting that whole picture. In my coaching, in my inner circle, I lay out a very strict foundation that you have to follow these exact steps. Just the other day, a client of mine, a new client, he came to me, he does real estate in Mayfair, posh end of London. Highest value real estate in London is in Mayfair. And he'd been trying to sell his property, 7.5 mil. It's been over a year, lots of complications. And he decided to work with me and it happened within a week, bang, just like that. And he made about 150 grand commission out of that sale, 7.5 million. And it's been hanging around. Why? Because I have the steps. This is why people come to me. Just like I went to that eBay dude, just like I went to Mr. Classic Car Coach dude. He had what I wanted. I have a lot of what you want. I can give that to you in a certain formula, a format. I call it a blueprint because it actually is. The most successful people, whether it's a sports person, a singing person, someone who wants to learn a singing person, a singer is not a singing person, it's a singer. Get it right, Mind. Someone who plays a violin, even sex therapists. I can show you how to do it. Even them kind of people. There's coaches for literally anything that you want. Right now I'm looking into a camera. I see a course online. I'll show you how to use your camera. In every industry there is knowledge, expertise. Maybe you've got a lot of expertise right now and you haven't monetized that. Imagine how much money that you could be losing. Information products. Everything you pay is for information if you think about it. Most things are. Any service, let's just say it's a service, you're paying for information, you're paying for expertise. Let's use a law example. You want to get a lawyer. Some things you need a lawyer for, some things you don't. But a lot of the time people say, you know what, I don't need a lawyer. I can just put my own contract together and just get a template online. What if that template's out of date? Then what you can do, right? It comes to the legal side of things, you've got legal rattle on and you take your draft agreement that you've gone cheap when you haven't even hired a lawyer. And imagine how much that's going to cost you. So how much is it costing you not to have expert guidance in your corner? Highly successful people always have mentors. Any area that I want to improve upon, I will find someone who's very good in that area. I want experts in my area. Where have you been doing that? Have you been like playing it small? Imagine how much time you could save if you actually got someone to help you in certain areas. Now, a lot of people are so caught up in how much it's going to cost to hire someone, but really it's the cost of not getting that person in right now. This is why that eBay dude, I'm like, dude, I need you here now. I can't wait 6 weeks. I can't wait 8 weeks. You got to come now, man. Here's the money, come. Same thing with that car guy. I wasn't going to wait like fucking 8 weeks. I'm an impatient type of a guy. I can't wait. The ice cream van's up the road, man. I want to climb up someone's wall and through the alleyway and get to it quicker. I hate waiting. And that's not a bad thing. A lot of people says, well, slow and steady wins a race. Slow and steady. Now, what a waste of pace. That's what I say. Why would you want to be slow and steady? A lot of people got it backwards. The best things comes to those who wait. Yeah, right then. They'll be waiting forever.
2,000 years later.
I remember that Heinz ketchup advert back in the day in the UK. We used to have like glass bottles back in the day. The glass bottle used to be tipped upside down. You know when you got that last bit of sauce in the top of the bottle and it drips out slowly like the last drops of piss after a night out? Did I just say that? I did. Yeah, even Dan's nodding his head. Did you just say that? Right, so it's dripping down slowly, not the wee, but the sauce. And there's the advert.
The best things come to those who wait.
Off. It doesn't. Don't wait around. Don't waste your life waiting around, right? It's a big lesson that I've learned. The universe loves speed. I remember like hearing that from Bob Proctor. The universe loves speed. The quicker you make a decision, the quicker the universe responds to you. When we're looking to coach someone, one thing I'm looking at is how long does it take them to make a decision? The other thing I normally do, if I'm on a sales call and you're on a sales call with me and I say, you know, I can help you, let's do this. And when we say, you're right, we want to do this, both of us, right? One thing I ask is I say, hey, listen, I'm going to get one of my team to ping you the invoice, right? Be with you in the next couple of minutes. How long is it going to take you to set that invoice? Now, let's just say it's 10 a.m. in the morning and I will wait to hear.
I'll get it done by 10 p.m. tonight.
Do we have a problem here? Is this person able to make decisions? Then I always say, why do you need it until 10 p.m? And it kind of goes quiet.
Well, I don't really.
I'm like, well, why didn't you do it now? What's stopping you now?
Well, I guess I could.
And so what I do is I get them to like save 10 hours worth of decision, do it now. And sometimes you get them people.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll get the invoice done in half an hour.
You ain't heard nothing back. 10 p.m.'s gone, 11 p.m.'s gone. I'm like, they want to earn 100,000, 1 million. But if they're making decisions like this, how can they expect to get results fast? You can't. When you make a decision, you got to execute on it straight away. I really want you to understand the importance of compressing time down, finding people who have what you got. Maybe you're listening to me right now and you've been following me for some time and you've been listening to my podcast, you've been attending some of my masterclasses, right? Checking out some of our clients' results because they're absolutely crazy. You're sort of sitting on the fence still, you know what? Yeah, I wonder what it's like to work Mindy. Yeah, it'd be so good, right? Maybe right now you need to hear this message. Maybe this is a sign for the universe. Everybody's looking for signs from the universe, but when they get them, they get a bit deaf in the ear. Maybe this is your sign from the universe telling you that, hey, it's time for you to act up. It's time for you to step up to the plate and press the button and say, look, I need help. The other thing is so many people are afraid to ask for help. Let's drink some black coffee. Keep me up all night. Coffee's disgusting. Don't want to puke. Live on camera. Well, some of you might listen to me on Spotify. So yeah, time is always right now. We got to take action right now. What if it was your time right now to do things? You want to do it? Let's make it happen.